Good afternoon. My name is Ibukun Awosika. I'm the chairman of First Bank of Nigeria Limited. We're a financial services group, 123 years old, and we're very proud of our heritage and what we represent and all the offerings that comes with who we are as a bank and all the many locations across the world where we operate from. First, I'd like to apologize for my physical absence from this conference today. I can assure you that Alex and his team did their job, and I did commit to be at this conference today. But unplanned and unexpected circumstances have made it difficult for me to be physically present. So, as a sign of respect for the organizers and for you who have committed to come to the conference, I've decided that we should use technology to solve part of the problem. So I sincerely apologize. I would normally keep my word once I give it. But having done that, I'd like you to please enjoy this session. We have a good member of our team, the head of our private bank, representing me at this conference, and he would very much share a perspective on issues relating to wealth creation, wealth management from the African perspective. And I'm certain that you will take one or two things away that will be of great use to you. I'm an entrepreneur who sits as the chairman of a bank. Now that brings a totally different perspective from having a core banker as the chairman of a bank, which meant I have been involved in the whole value chain of creating wealth through enterprise, because that's the life I've lived for the last 30 years. In my work at the bank, I have also been privileged to see various families and lives that are impacted by the proper management and or mismanagement of their family resources. You know, on the African continent, we typically tend to have large families, and in many cases, you have polygamous situations as well, where you have a father, a mother, plus another mother, or many mothers, many children, and many other interests that are covered beyond the father, mother, and children model that is more acceptable in the Western world. That typically creates some complications in terms of how the family wealth is handled or managed, or having enough for such a large group of people who are stakeholders in terms of your resource. There are traditional ways of settling these things in the past, but modern day has introduced a lot of new factors, and this has necessitated a lot of African banks, including ours as a major player, developing the private banking and wealth management parts of our business in order to help support the emerging issues within our households in a different kind of world. And so we offer what we do in the area of our private bank to help organize family wealth in a way that removes the rancor that is generally a part of family wealth in Africa. The other part of it is, if you don't really understand how the Africans live, you do not realize that there's a huge amount of disposable income within the population in the upper class societies of Africa. First, there is the natural desire and taste for expensive things, because culturally, there's a way that wealth is displayed as a mark of honor in families. And so having certain kind of assets or display of splendor is a natural part of the African affluent family. And so the buying power of the affluent African family is much higher than most people expect, because, well, if you watch CNN or you watch a number of stations and all you see are different parts of Africa that is hungry, that is desperate, that is deprived of many things, you tend to forget that there is another side of Africa where there is absolute wealth available at people's disposal, and they are willing to spend simply because it's a matter of the lifestyle in their culture. A typical wedding in Nigeria, where I come from, a small wedding would be a 500 guest wedding, and a typical affluent family wedding would be something like 1,000, 1,500 to 2,000, and you will know that a lot of money has been spent. Just to sort of make you think about what kind of wealth, and now I'm talking about legal wealth, so I don't want your mind to even wander off and think, oh, maybe a lot of money that is gotten through, that is ill-gotten wealth. No, there are a lot of hardworking, honest Africans who are building wealth daily through various entrepreneurial activities that they do. And they need to be served, they need to be provided for, they need to be marketed, products need to be sold to them. But in our role as a bank, our interest is in helping them to ensure that the wealth can move from one generation to another generation and is kept in the family while giving them a good life, but creating value for them and for the economy of the countries where the money is generated. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Just my thoughts.